You.
Oh my God. Wait, I got to make sure I can hear you, Dylan. Say something.
Hey.
There you are. There you are.
Hey.
Okay, how's everyone doing today? My God. There's something wrong with my laptop today, man. I think it's just a culmination of all of the crap that I've installed on my computer, all of the drivers and all that stuff. So, Firefox won't play audio now. It just won't play audio. And for some reason, this Discord wasn't allowing me to play audio. Dylan could not hear me whatsoever. So I apologize. I already got 8 people in the room. How's everyone doing? Dylan, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's been a day. Been a busy day.
It has been. Tell you what, I have to go at 6 o'clock. I was trying to get on for 5. It would just, everything was just hitting the wall with trying to get on here and trying to get all this crap sorted out. I apologize. It's my child's birthday party. So Houston, Texas. Nice. It feels like Houston, Texas here lately. Dylan, you got the AC on yet?
In the room that isn't this one, yeah.
Nice. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, Road. What might go? Oh, good question. Sean Webb in the house? Because Sean's going to be mighty unhappy here. Or really happy. It's the Lawton Audio LS208. It's very much like a condenser SM7B. I think that's the best way you could put it. Condenser SM7B.
Got that meatiness to it.
Yeah. You're going to love this, man, when you get to play with it.
Yeah.
I'll let you play with it. You're going to like this microphone. It's very much an instrumentation microphone. And I got the review. Got the review coming. I'm still like playing with the mic, and I don't have as much time. I used to just use the mic throughout my morning show, try it for some voiceover gigs. I don't have that anymore, so I've got to find other ways to utilize the microphones and play around with them. Busy but great. Timothy Anderson, welcome to the live stream. Beresford, I bought an old paraffin kerosene blowtorch for no reason other than to have one. That's actually a great idea. Everyone was chatting before we got here. Apparently the weather's in. Yeah, so got an email from Rode. The release date on everything is still TBD, but I believe it's on the way. So reviews, however long it takes for it to get from Australia to me, reviews will be coming.
Woo!
I've already worked ahead. I've already done a couple videos in preparations because I've got a full schedule these days. So I've already worked ahead and got all this stuff taken care of. Now it's just a matter of actually sitting down and doing the reviews on this Rode stuff. So what do you think would be bigger news, the Streamer X or the Rodecaster Duo, Dylan? I can't hear you anymore. Did you mute yourself?
I did. Yep. Which I do. The Rodecaster, obviously. I mean, that brand is it's a way more well-known brand. Because I mean, the Rodecaster at this point is a franchise in and of itself.
Kind of now.
So that I think automatically is going to get more attention because it's got that name attached to it.
All right. So you say I should do that one first? Yeah. Okay. All right. It's gonna be a mad week and a half, 2 weeks of just pumping out videos, one after the other. It's gonna be like I'm really curious about the pod mic, the USB XLR pod mic. That's gonna be a fun one. Other than that, I haven't stopped, man. This past 2 weeks, us going to the studio feels like it was today. You've been busy on your end as well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just work's been stupid. Like just tons and tons of stuff. I don't know, this week it's been, a couple hundred pieces of audio processed, which in the span of a week is a lot. Like the old, like back before COVID, my general rule of thumb was like if I can get 10 orders in a day done, like 10, not 10 pieces of audio, but 10 orders. Yeah, that's a good day. That's a good sort of neutral target. If it's less than that, I don't feel as fulfilled. But when you're up to like 50 or 60 orders a day, it kind of
So you don't really work the 8-hour day, do you? You work till you're done?
We work farmers hours. We work until the work's done. You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dan says it's just a Rodecaster Mini. The streamer might be bigger. I think you might be right, but I do think there's a lot of people watching the Rodecaster Duo and possibly hate watching for it because they're mad about the price. Which I don't know if the price has been 100% guaranteed or confirmed. I can't say, but a lot of people kind of mad about the price.
As people do.
Yeah, Rick says, I had the original pod mic, but couldn't take the lack of low end, and I'm interested to see how the new one sounds. With the USB and the ability to use it with Rode Connect, that's going to make it a different microphone all around. I think it's going to be good. And then you plug it in through the Rodecaster Pro. See, this is the thing. I never used a pod mic with the Rodecaster Pro and the onboard effects and all that stuff. I just used the pod mic alone. And yeah, it didn't overwhelm me with good feelings. But I think the new pod mic's going to be a fantastic addition. The original, Midnight Wolf, when you hear weird noises in the background thinking something is wrong, your pellet grill, and then it's just animals in a neighboring farm. Oh, God, I wish. I wish I was out in the country right now. Rick, I like Big Bottom, and I cannot lie. Sneed's in town. Hey, Sneed, the wrench is back. I haven't seen you in a while, Sneed. How you doing, buddy? Delivery TV, moment of humor. I bought the Rodecaster Pro 2, and a month later, Rode launches a Duo. Ugh. You know what? I mean, to be perfectly honest, Rodecaster Pro, you could probably, if it's only a couple weeks old, you could probably sell it or return it for, and get all your money back. The Duo, though, I mean, if you are dead set on only having two ins, yeah, that might be worth it. Like if you're never going over two microphones, that might be worth it. But that expandability on the full Rodecaster Pro is pretty sweet. I think it's, for what it is, a 4-input interface is, I've always had a 4-input interface minimum. So I think that's kind of worth keeping. Unless you want to save the few extra bucks. I don't know what the American equivalent is. What are they, $749, $799 for a Rodecaster Pro? Let me see.
But I don't even keep track of that dollar at this point. Probably should.
Well, you know what the problem is? eBay, Rode, Best Buy, Amazon, Rode. Come on. Oh, that's because I'm using Chrome. I never use Chrome. I never use Chrome. B&H. I haven't seen the prices on these things. Amazon, greatest deals. Come on, B&H Photo, Rodecaster Pro 2. Jesus, $700. So I think $200 less for the Duo. That's fair. That seems about right. That seems pretty fair. It has a lot of people upset, though. Good to be here. Yes, Sneed. Haven't seen you in a while, brother. Thanks. Sweet words. Thank you. You're welcome, Delivery TV. It's weird because we used to have this this constant chatter in the chat, and it used to be one or two people that haven't shown up in a while, which is kind of weird, Dylan. You notice there's some people missing from the chat. Well, yeah. Bang's Naughty Bits just stopped showing up. I even sent him like an e-card, like a hopefully you're doing well. We miss you. Yeah. Nothing. Anyways, nothing. I'm sure we'll get around to it. Waiting for Rode to do a tube mic to complete the set. Ooh, Rode tube mic?
That would be interesting.
They've got some pretty decent higher end condenser mics. A tube mic on top of that would be nice. I don't know if tube mics are kind of a different beast, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I would say they're not universally applicable to every mic situation. That's for sure.
Rode NTK. The Rode NTK isn't a tube, is it?
I don't know of any tube in Rode's lineup, so if it is, I'm not in the loop on it.
Valve condenser.
Okay, so yep, it's tube mic.
Yeah, I've never even played with the Rode NTK. I should call them and ask them if I can play with the Rode NTK.
Yeah, why not?
Guys, tube mic from Australia. Hopefully that never gets. Bangs never went on Discord. Seemed against the idea. Did we lose him after that? I don't know. $399 for the Streamer X, $399 for the Streamer X, and actually does what we've been asking for capture devices in XLR would be worth the price. Yeah, you know what? There's a few companies in the streamer market that have really not been challenged in quite some time, and Rode kind of releasing this does kind of put that challenge out there. It'll be interesting to see what Streamer X does and how it operates. I'm not the biggest streamer, but stuff like this, like the setup I have just to do this live stream is ludicrous. It's absolutely stupid, and there's no reason for it. I got a Camlink 4K. I've got the Rodecaster Pro going into my camera, which isn't going to change, but like having the Rodecaster Pro and having just that one little unit would simplify this, and I could leave it set up all the time. I just plug it into my computer and go. I really want that to happen. Red Cabin's got an NTK. Red Cabin, how does it sound? The 208 sounds pretty neat. SX Barrel, yeah, this thing is... So part of the testing that I did with this was I used it in my kitchen because it rivals the off-axis rejection of the SM7B. And I'll be damned, it rivaled the off-axis rejection of the SM7B. It was actually really impressive what it could do in the kitchen. I haven't gone over all the footage and really nailed it down. Like, haven't listened with the 770s really intensely, but from what I could hear, it was pretty impressive. And this is like the go-to snare mic from what the owner of the company was, or the CEO of the company was saying. It's like a perfect kick mic. And it's multi-use, like, you know, the SM7B was at one time before it became the podcast go-to. Oh dear God, who's messaging me? Dan got a Stream Deck and got lost in the universe of apps for his streaming setup. Yeah, I haven't gotten a Stream Deck. I want to get a Stream Deck. Is that you that sent me a photo, Dylan?
Yep.
What the hell?
I thought it was mildly entertaining that I called you Wolfgang Puck.
Oh.
In clean feed, and then after you left, it said Wolfgang Puck has gone away. I felt the need to screen grab that because it's just too funny.
Nice. Nicely done. Yeah, I never got a Stream Deck. I always wanted one, but for the amount that I stream, I guess if I started streaming more often, it would be something that I would be interested in. But then the Rodecaster Pro does a lot of that crap. So it kind of feels like, I'm also barely literate with OBS. That said, I do want to get better, but if I'm not streaming a whole bunch.
Well, the thing is too, like, I don't know, you're probably a little bit like me. There's enough things that do contribute to you making money that you need to spend money on. Stuff that doesn't make any money, which is the same, you know, how many times have people dug into me on this channel for, you know, running on a $60 webcam? It's like, yeah, because I stream once a week for an hour. And that stream brings in little to no income. So am I going to justify like, you know, $500 or $1,000 on a, now I have a Nikon, but it's got like a 20-minute mirrorless maximum for how long that sensor can run before it shuts down. Because, well, that's all APS-C cameras are that way because the sensors just aren't designed to run constantly.
I run this thing for hours.
Yeah.
I've left it on overnight.
But it's meant for that because with cameras that are using a different type of sensors, Sean's going to correct me on this. But the sensor overheats, like it gets fucking hot, so it has to turn off because otherwise it'll burn itself to death. I mean, have you held like an old school APS-C camera when it's in mirrorless mode and it just the whole body starts to heat up and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never used mirrorless.
Like the battery, in order to do what you're doing right now, you have to be mirrorless.
Flips the mirror down.
Yeah, so it's essentially a mirrorless mode of a DSLR camera.
Yeah.
Or an SLR. Yeah, just DSLR camera.
I've never had an issue. I have left it on overnight by accident after a stream. But for the most part, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, so it was built obviously with the idea of live shooting in mind. Like you could probably shoot longer than a 20-minute video on that camera, right?
Yeah. Oh, this is funny. Sneed, Dylan's audio definitely sounds different than usual. We're going through clean feed today.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
And
So
I'm probably out of sync. So before somebody mentions it,
you're a
we're-
little bit out of sync, but it's not that bad. You can tell your limiter's on. That's about it.
it's always on. It's never not on.
Yeah. That's it. That's about it. It's all good. No problems whatsoever. This is why you buy a camcorder. Who buys camcorders anymore? I saw my kid doing synchronized swimming. I was at the pool, and whenever they do the big competitions, they film it and they actually stream it out to Facebook and a few other places. And I was looking at all the cameras, and they're like, "Yeah, we've got like a $30,000 setup." And I'm looking at the cameras, and they're all camcorders. And it's like, why? Like, there's no depth of field to a camcorder. There's no. It's gross. And I even saw Tom Buck's videos on it, and they're cool. Don't get me wrong. But when you can get so much more out of a DSLR or a mirrorless with a detachable lens, why would you ever buy a camcorder nowadays?
I think the key word there is like nowadays. Now, unless you're gonna qualify something like a Blackmagic as a camcorder, because essentially that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a very high-end camcorder.
Very high-end,
That's different. But if we're talking about like a Sony Handycam, right? That was a brand of might still be a brand of camcorder. And I have a Sony Handycam, which was purchased before DSLRs were really a thing. And even in their infancy, if you recall, like the Nikon, D5000 series had a lot of limitations for video.
It was brutal.
And the quality of the video was fine. Like you could shoot 1080p with it, no problem. But your customizability of it. Whereas now my 7000 series Nikon, which is obviously 4K and all that, it's got a lot of flexibility with shooting video. Like too much flexibility in some cases. Like it's easy to screw if you don't know what you're doing with shooting video, like with your shutter to frame rate ratio, for example. You can really screw up a bit of footage if you're not careful.
Red Cabin, one of these guests on VOBS uses a Rode NTK. I'll find a link and drop it in your Discord. Thank you. Appreciate
it's
that.
It's only like a $700 mic. I mean, I say only. Obviously, it's well above most people's budgets for a mic in a certain.
Now we were looking at my mic locker, and you're like, it's only a $700 mic. Yeah, no kidding. Sun Turtle, I was extremely lucky. Got a used Sony HDR CX730. I'm sure that means something, but that was just letter salad to me. I mean, you know what? A lot of I wouldn't mind fucking around with more cameras. Not gonna lie, I would love to get more, but there's no point in dropping money into it right now because money has to go elsewhere. So if I get to the point where I can start to collect cameras and do more than that, I don't even have a 4K camera. I'm still on a 1080p. What is this? This like 6-year-old tech, the T7i. I think it's 6 years old.
1080p, I think, has sort of become the gold standard for like the minimum quality that you need for like a video to be taken seriously. Now, for advertisements, it's a bit different, but just in general, like, some people are like, no, 4K is the gold. No, 1080p, like we're watching on our phones, we're watching on our tablets, we're watching on shitty laptop screens that sometimes don't even have a definition greater than 1080p. So why the hell? Like most
4K on a laptop is ridiculously stupid.
Yeah, like a perceivable difference there to the end user or to the end audience is minimal in most viewing situations. It's kind of the same thing with music. I mean, you can master a song where you're tweaking 24 kilohertz, right? You've got an EQ band up at 24 kilohertz, and it's like, I mean, that's great. And somebody actually, it's funny today. I one thing I wanted to bring up, and this is side tangent, but so Audacity considers 320 kilobit MP3 files to be quote unquote insane. No,
really,
320 kilobit MP3 file is not insane. Oh, what insane might be, recording a file at 384 kilohertz sample rate, which is a thing. By the way. That would be insane, but. But again, there's people that do mix in 192. They don't mix in anything other than 192. And it's like, well, that's awesome. But most of your listeners are going to be listening at, 320K MP3 quality, right? Or just 44 116-bit CD quality. I mean, most devices will trim shit down to that anyway. So Yeah, like why are you wasting your time up there?
Into earbuds, the AirPods.
Yeah, in the AirPods. Yeah.
Yeah. Dan, I'm not a camera guy, but I've been getting ads thrown at me for the Nikon Z9 for the last couple days. Yeah, that Z9 looks incredible. It's like $5,000. Way too much camera for me. What a mistake sending those ads at me. Yeah, you know what? I think just getting you into the camera store to buy something is what all they're getting for. That's all they're going for.
I'm not gonna lie, like when the Z series, when Nikon first started to get into the mirrorless market, which is what the Z series is for anybody who doesn't know, that the D series is their mirrored, their DSLR format, and then the Z series is their mirrorless cameras. And I remember thinking when I saw, I think it was the Z5 and the Z7, I think were the two first models. Someone correct me on that. I looked at these and I looked at the features and I spent a lot of time researching them. And I remember thinking, it looks like it could be good someday. You know, like it. I think Nikon had potential, and so I'm really interested to see the Z9, because if they've learned anything from some of the responses they've gotten from consumers or professionals who are the ones that are buying those cameras, and they've listened to that, then I'm excited about what the Z9 might offer.
I'm curious though, because Nikon has not been in the conversation for a camera that can do video since day one. They have just not been in the conversation. Canon used to be top, Sony top. You got Fujifilm. You've got all these different brands that are brands that you look at and go, okay, you can buy that and you can use that as a video camera or a camera for video. Nikon has never had a dog in the race ever, and it's almost embarrassing at this point. So, and they were never the company that thought that was a big deal. Like you said, your old what was it, the 3000?
5000.
Not all 1080 was created equally. Let's just put it that way. Like Dylan's webcam is 1080p. That's my camera is 1080p.
Well, okay, so with this camera, I think most of the problem is its focal its focal length is ridiculous. If this camera had like a 50 mil on it, and maybe a slightly better sensor to get rid of some noise, and if I had the opportunity to put better lighting around me, some ring lights or something.
But that's all part of the not all 1080p is created equally, and that's not a shot at your camera. Your camera's just fine, my friend.
Well, it does its job. It does its job.
Yeah.
But like, so that the camera that I was talking about was the D5100. So yeah, it can only shoot 20-minute clips at a time, because that's how much endurance the sensor was designed to take. But it shot great videos. I've shot some. You got to work around some stuff. You can't just set it down and roll for an hour. And my D7500 now offers a lot of that same like good looking, and again, Nikon makes good lenses, so that helps a lot.
Oh, their lenses are awesome.
Yeah, and so it's like having the ability to use those for video. Again, I wouldn't defend Nikon. I'm in their ecosystem, so I mean, it is what it is. I don't have a problem with them. I just don't think that video. So I guess what I'm trying to say is their cameras are capable of video, obviously. And they're capable of decent video. It's just not part of the brand, right? Nikon has never branded themselves as a video company. Canon, from day one, Canon is making camcorders. Canon is making all kinds of things, actually. Whereas Nikon's like, we make cameras.
Yeah. Well, that was when I used to shoot weddings. I had a D200, like the D2. That was like a really nice camera. Sun Turtle wants to know: have you guys tested out the SM7B mod mic? I didn't know that SM7B mod mic. I'm looking.
I didn't know that there's anything to mod.
SM7B.
No, that's not me saying the mic is perfect, but that's me saying I don't know that there's anything that I would think to mod in the SM7B, other than maybe where how the cable goes through the freaking side.
Oh God, like I hate that. Every SM7 should have this. SM7B mod. I don't see anything about that, man. You're gonna have to like hit us up with like a link or something.
Yeah, or give us some more information so we can find it.
3D printed mic. Oh, that 3D printed mic from DSLR Shooter. He sent me one, but it's literally just the body that you stick an SM7 or an SM58 into, and then close it up, and the SM58 is the microphone.
Okay, so it's just it's a 58
shell
in a box.
Yeah, it's a shell. It's a shell that you put a 58 in.
I mean, it's a cool idea. I like it. I like the look, but it won't sound like an SM7, as we've already covered.
No.
there is a difference. It's not a monumental difference, but there is a difference.
But what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the capsule out, because the capsule is pretty easy to take out of the SM58 and place the capsule into my own SM7B printed body and actually wire it through and create an SM7B myself. And I thought it would be different than that. And he did send it to me, and it is cool. It's kind of fun. But I have no use for it. Like it's I can't really do a video because he's already done that video. So I can't like go out and go, here guys, you just put the SM58 in here and close it up, because he just did that video. It would be ridiculously
redundant.
Yeah, thank you. So they say it's a thing you boiled out, I think. Oh, the transformer? Who says that? The transformer's just it's a power
okay,
bump.
so if you take a transformerless 58 and stick it in an SM7, you're still not going to be exactly the same.
No.
But again, you're getting closer. You're certainly getting closer. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Okay, take a transformerless 58 and take a transformerless 58 inside an SM7B 3D printed body, and take an actual SM7B and see if you can hear the difference between those on laptop speakers.
See, what I want to do. Oh yeah, nice. That was what the test was, by the way. That was the transformerless SM58 versus the SM7B, the one that you listened to. That was the one we listened to on your laptop.
Really?
That was transformerless. Yes.
Oh, well, that's cheating. You gotta use a stock 58 for that. You can't.
Well, but
really?
that was the video wasn't the video that he was.
I was going to say, I'm still impressed that I'd be able to know the difference between those two, because that's really close now.
It's close, but it's not like when you really actively listen, it's not that close.
So
you can tell.
I want you to send me at some point, send me a clip or send me the same thing, blind test, and I'll see if I can figure out which one.
On the same laptop?
Yeah.
Oh, but you heard it before.
No, but with the not the one with the stock 58 and the SM7B, but the one with a transformerless 58 and the 7B.
That is the one that you listened to. It was transformerless.
But I thought you were just saying that wasn't the video he was commenting on.
No, the video he was commenting on was the original SM58 versus SM7B. So I guess I should have used the original 58 versus the SM7B.
But the ones that you sent me, you didn't.
It was the transformerless.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay, then do the other. I want to hear a stock 58 with the 7B, and I want to see.
All right.
It's going to be way bigger of a difference.
I've been trying to find a dead SM7B for a while, just the shell body, so I could put the SM58 capsule into the SM7B.
Here, give me a pair of end nippers. I'll get you dead.
Do you know where? Does anybody? I should put it out to the group here. If anyone knows of a dead SM7B somewhere, they don't die easily. That's the problem. They don't die easily.
No,
right?
I mean none of Shure's mics really die easily. I mean, so the only Shure mic that I've ever really heard of dying is the Beta 181, and that's because it's a condenser and people were doing stupid shit with it.
People always do stupid shit with it, right?
Condensers are not durable. Okay, if there's anything that anyone here should learn, there's a number of reasons why you should never use, or I shouldn't say never, but why you should seldom use a condenser microphone in a live sound reinforcement scenario.
Sun Turtle wants to know, has anyone taken apart an SM7B? Yes, I have. It's actually not a difficult.
No,
the wiring gets a little wonky at the back with the
switches.
With the switches, but you can bypass all that if you want to build your own. You don't need those switches. Nobody uses those switches on the SM7.
Again, the whole like presence boost thing. I'm like, okay, so that's just a 58 then.
Yeah.
Like
basically,
I mean, a 58 with a smooth low end, and then put the low end roll off and the presence. But okay, now it's a 58.
Now it's a 58. Yeah,
now it's a 58.
It's one of those videos that this is Midnight Wolf. Transformerless one was an April Fool's video. Not really. It was just more I wanted to see what it sounded like. A lot of people give me flack on that video, like, this is a stupid mod, it doesn't do anything. No, but it's fun and I can do it, so I do it. It's I don't care. It's an SM58, man, and I could technically put it back together. I didn't wreck anything. I still actually have the transformer. It looks.
Oh, you know, it'd be fun. Go out and find some custom balancing transformers. Like find it. If there's got to be companies out there that make like or not like maybe vintage, but like I don't know, like do a shootout of balancing transformers in a 58 and see like compare them all. I mean, that's the kind of nerdy shit that I would watch.
I wonder how many people on YouTube would actually watch a custom transformer shootout video.
See, in a video like that, you'd get all the like electrical engineering nerds coming to the table. It's a whole other audience for that kind of stuff. Like you'd get, I don't know if you've ever watched like Dave Rat's channel.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
So the guys that watch Dave Rat, because that's the kind of stuff that Dave Rat does. It's like, okay, here's like a bunch of different op amps and how they sound in like a Midas M32 or whatever.
I wonder how many of mine. Liberty, never seen a non-functioning SM7B for sale. The internal replacement cartridge is only 148 to 199. Not worth selling broken. Damn it. Yeah, the Shure cartridges are always like the cartridge for the SM58 is not cheap. It's actually more expensive than the mic, if I recall. Like just a little bit more or about the same price. So you might as well just buy another SM58. I didn't realize
my dad just got a 58 actually. Decided to upgrade from the like it was honestly it was like a Behringer that he was using, two of them for just, you know, jamming out at home kind of thing. And it was on Amazon, I think like 3 mics for $20. So I'm like, okay, that's
Nice.
even below like the XM1800. Like I don't know what the heck that is.
I can buy an SM50 or an SM7B cartridge replacement for 140 Canadian dollars.
Do it. You should just mess with it and just see if you can do anything with it.
I would put it in an SM58, man.
Yeah, that like hell. Why not? But like one thing that my dad noticed is number one is obviously the regular 58 doesn't have a switch on it, and the question was why wouldn't you want to switch on it? Like because it's another point of failure.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why. Mic switches. I hate switches on mics. It drives me
nuts. Yeah, it's stupid. Oh, I didn't share with you my my fun experience at Synchro. You're gonna love this. So I'm sitting there last weekend, and we went for this show. It wasn't a competition, but everyone was doing the show, and they had music going. They had a guy emceeing it. He was telling horrible jokes, and they had this wireless mic. And I'm just watching. I'm across the pool. I can't see anything. All of a sudden, his mic craps out. Like and you can see they're all like slamming the mic, and they're like, I'm sitting there like, oh, don't do that. Stop hitting the microphone. And so I'm like, okay. And I look at my wife. I'm like, should I walk over there? And she's like, well, do you think you should? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to have to. So I get up and I walk around the pool, and I get over there, and he's slamming on this microphone. I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, this stupid mic just quit on me. And I look at him like, this is a $10 wireless microphone. And the $10 wireless microphone went to a receiver that was on his laptop that then plugged into this like $50,000 rig for gear that runs a sound system for a pool. Like pool sound systems have speakers under the water so the swimmers can hear. Now the thing is it's a really nice sound system with an XLR port for a microphone. I'm like, why aren't you using the XLR port? He's like, well, you can't use that. It's just garbage. I'm sorry, what? He's like, well, there's no cable to plug it in. I'm like, it's an XLR cable. He's like, yeah, well, whatever. We don't have a mic. So I look over, there's a Shure SM58 with an XLR to 1/4 inch cable on it. And he's like, yeah, see, it just has that end to it. You can't change it out. So I unplugged it from the mic. I'm like, what, this? Oh, son of a! So I run out to my car, grab an XLR cable for him and plug it in. So the team has now hired me as their audio engineer. What the hell?
What is that?
That's my, you can hear that?
Yeah. What
it's
is
my
that?
Battery backup. It's about to die, folks. Here, I can turn that 1 second.
Is your power out? What is going on?
No, it's just dying. I'm going to switch this up anyways. Yeah, so I've now been hired as the audio engineer for my kids' synchro team, which means I have to go set up their sound system next weekend.
That's so weird. What a weird project.
I didn't need extra things to do with my time. Hey, guys, I'm going to actually have to end it here. My battery backup's completely dying on me.
Yeah.
What? You okay? What happened? What's up?
Power's out.
Your power's out?
Apparently.
Oh, you're on battery right now. Okay, we definitely got to go then.
I'm actually on battery. I don't know why yours is beeping, but now mine's beeping because it's
My
doesn't
power,
like me.
my power's on. Oh, so yours is going too, right? That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
just mine.
No, well, mine now
God
is
damn.
going. It just started going.
Great timing, dude. Great timing. All right, guys. Yeah, Canadian Emergency Broadcast System. This is only a test.
Wait. Hang on.
All right.
I got it somewhere. I got it somewhere. Here it is. Wait,
All right.
wait. Here we go.
All right.
Oh, fuck. No, it's probably good that it won't play. Because it's loud and obnoxious.
All right. Oh,
Wait. Just so people know what Canadians. Wait, hang on. Shut up. There you go. That's the official NAD alert tone.
Oh, God. All right, guys, before we drive you
No,
nuts.
there it goes again.
Have a good night, guys. We'll see you next week. Nice, same time, same place. Cheers.
Ciao for now.